Well, the National Guard was born in the earliest times of the nation. But it was essentially, it originated as a militia, and it was a chance for people to be trained and be part of the armed services for the defense of the nation if needed, but to be in the civilian populace most of the time. And so they would, to the earliest days, would train and get trained up, and then they would go and they'd be farmers or they'd go to be teachers, whatever it was they were going to do, until the nation needed them and they would be called into action. That has grown and changed over the years, and as our military changes and as the political landscape changes, we've more and more integrated with our active duty. Many of our pilots, myself included, started on the active duty and spent many years there, and then at some point were able to, and just transitioned to the Air National Guard. In my unit, it's mainly full-time pilots that are focused on training the students. At other units, it's sometimes part-time, where you've got some full-time pilots. Some are part-time pilots where they're fully trained. They've got 10 years of experience flying an F-15, but maybe they fly for Delta Airlines or American Airlines, and they do that most of the time. But then when they're called and mobilized to go overseas, then they will put on their uniform and they go fly F-15s again. So it's just a different template in how that works. The other part of being in the Guard is that we're available to the governor of the state of Oregon. So in the active duty, I swore an oath to the President of the United States. In the Air National Guard, I swear an oath to the President of the United States and an oath to the governor of Oregon. And so in times of peace, if the governor of Oregon needs us to respond to emergencies like an earthquake or a land fire, wildfire like we had last summer, then we are able to, as guardsmen, switch gears and mobilize to become trained manpower with equipment to go and help the governor. And then on the flip side, if we were ever called on the other side, the federal side, we can then shift gears and go with our F-15s.